Hi, it's Matt Giggs and welcome to my YouTube channel. So today I'm going to be showing and sharing with you how to prospect like an absolute pro. And I mean it, like nobody else will be doing in your town, okay? But the deal is you've got to go for this. You've got to understand how to prospect with purpose, not profit in mind. And I'm going to share with you my framework of how you give more rather than try to get more. So before we go on, who am I? Well, I'm Matt Giggs and I've been an estate agent for 28 years. I started at the very bottom, from making the tea to literally training some of the best estate agents across the country. So as an entrepreneur, I've allowed myself the time to go and spend more time helping, teaching, sharing best practice to help you to build, scale your business without the sleaze. So I've sold over £1 billion worth of property and I have absolutely loved being a real estate agent, and I hope to share some gold with you too. So, how to prospect with purpose, not profit. So let's talk about this. I go and teach estate agents to be great estate agents, but some of them will not pick up the phone and do the basics really, really well. They want to be out there in the lounge, they want to be accepting the offers and putting the deals forward, giving the keys over. But the most foundational principles you need to learn as an agent is how to shift your mindset from prospecting to get and actually progressing to give. Your clients need you more than ever. That's the mindset that I have. I don't think I'm an inconvenience. I don't pick up the phone thinking, I'm going to try and get something here. I'm going to try and get a valuation. I'm going to close this person, because I won't want to pick up the bloody phone. If that's my intention, my motivation isn't happening. I'm here to help people. That's why I love estate agency. It gives us the best opportunity to help people in their hour of need. Moving home can be a stressful enough experience without having some idiot ring you up trying to book an appointment because it suits their flow charts, their spreadsheets, their goals, their KPIs. That's not what you need to be doing. And do you know what? I liken this approach to training. And I'm going to take you back to a story where I was a 17 stone, unhealthy, fresh to my own business owner. And I literally needed to get a grip because I was eating takeaways and drinking far too much beer at the time. But I'll tell you what, this is how I'm going to use this analogy for you, because I needed to get fit. Years before that, 20 years before that, I was a fit man playing football and loving life. I had all of the energy in the world, and you need energy to be a great estate agent. And the story I'm going to share with you is the fact that in January 2014 now, I made the decision to start running. Okay, so you imagine, you've got this guy, unhealthy, not really looking after himself, mentally drained, fatigued. And I remember the first run. It was freezing cold. And I'd arranged with two pals of mine to go at 6 in the morning. Now, this is what used to happen at 6 in the morning back then. I'd be asleep, right? Because there was no way I was getting up at 6 in the morning. What the hell am I doing? Right, so here's the story. I used to feel anxious about going out on this run. So I had to close down that anxiety and push me into a moment of progression. So I was looking to form a new habit, a new routine, which is what I'm going to link you back to in a second. So I didn't necessarily want to go and run. I didn't really want to go out there in the freezing cold, minus temperature. Why would I want to do that? Well, I knew why I needed to do it. I had to get healthy. I had to get fit. I had children that needed me. My wife needed someone with energy, and my business ultimately needed it. My clients needed it. I knew that I was at the heartbeat of making things happen. So I needed to get fit. I needed to go out there and start. I didn't need to be great to get started, but I had to get started to be great. And that's the principle that I'm going to talk to you about today. So I knew that I didn't want to go and do this, but I did. And I tell you what I focused on. And here you go. I focused on the outcome. I focused on how I was going to feel at the end of the run. And by the way, you never go out running going, oh, I can't wait to go and do this. No. When you get back, you get that feeling. Those endorphins are flowing. You're thinking to yourself, oh my God, I'm so glad I've done that. It's got me off to a great start today. And I'd make my tea and I'd be ready to take on the day. Prospecting's no different. People don't necessarily want to do it because they're not focused on the outcome. What they're focused on is the fact that they're going to be barging in on someone and being a complete inconvenience. And if that's your mindset, that's how it comes across. Your energy transfers that negativity around doing it into your prospect. So if you're talking to people about going on the market when they're simply not ready, or they are hearing from you when they don't want to hear from you, you're going to get it all wrong. So what I want to share with you right now is the thought process that I've just shared with you, that analogy, that focus on the outcome. So here, this is what you need to do. Listen in. First thing is, you've got to know that you're there to give value. You're not there to get. That's not what this is about. It's not about you, it's about the client. The person that's come into your business at some point, whether it's a lead or a valuation that you've been to in the past, they have approached your business for a reason, okay? They need value. They need advice. And one of the simple steps to take right now is write down, what do clients need? What do they actually want? What do they actually need? What sort of information, if you could share it, insights, if you could share it, will help them to make decisions moving forward. That's what you've got to be focused on. You've got things that you can share with people, lots of different things that they don't even know about. There's loads. And your job is to have all of those insights on hand. Okay? And now I'm going to teach you my framework. Just bear with me. Excuse me a second. It's not Blue Peter, so I haven't got one ready already. So this is what we're going to do. You're going to get focused and disciplined, like I had to do when I went out running. I knew that I had to have my shorts, my socks, my top, my jumper, the glass of water, the trainers. It was there. Up, out, bang, done. Gave myself no more than 5 seconds, because if I had longer than that, I'd be talking myself out of going for that run. So I had my perfect accountability right there. So my question to you is, how many hours a day do you spend scrolling on your phone, right? Endlessly scrolling, right? Now I would say the average for scrollers out there, including us entrepreneurs, estate agents, is probably a good few hours a day. I only want you to give one of those hours back to your clients. I want you to take one of those hours and I want you to go into your diary and I want you to go, that is a must. That time is a must, because that's a giving value time. That's a progression session that you're just about to undertake. Now, wherever you decide to put it, whether it's 10 in the morning or 5 in the evening, I don't care. That's your job. You know where your time bounds are. You know what the flow of your business looks like. The deal is, guys, you've got to do it every day. This is a 5-day a week. For 5 days, that's 5 hours that you're going to invest in giving value, giving insights, giving advice, helping people understand, teaching people that they don't actually know what they don't know about the market. And for me, just that perception and that shift from going and having to make phone calls to get something to then making calls to give 10 pieces of value, 10 insights. That is the focus that we're looking at. So the first deal is the framework. You've got to make 10 calls. You've got to make 10 calls. Not texts, calls, just for the moment, right? And out of those 10 calls, I reckon you're going to leave messages for 5 different clients, just on average. I've done the averages with people that I've worked with, and it works out about half the people, if you ring them from your mobile, will answer the phone, and then it's all about how you introduce yourself. But half don't. So what kind of messages are you going to leave? Well, that's really crucial, Because if you're going to ring somebody up and barge in, if that's what you think, they're not going to ring you back. So what value will they need from you? Well, the first thing is what's relevant, and it's their house price. Okay? Most people want to know where their house price is on any given day. What equity have they got in their property? What is the market actually doing that affects them, their needs, their outcome? So for me, the message is really, really simple. I've got something for you that I think you'll find really interesting, and it relates to the value and the equity in your property. So just give me a ring when you're ready, and I'll give you that information for you to use going forward. Now, I get a funny feeling that people might just ring you back. Or you do the classic. Hi, it's Matt here from Gigs & Co. I was just ringing to check on, see if you're okay, catch up. Do people really want to catch up with an estate agent that they haven't phoned? No. Do they really want to know about the market, their house price, their value, their equity, their needs? Yes. And that's what you're going to give them. So out of the 5 people that you leave messages for, what you're going to find is they're going to start to call you back. Because actually, one of the things that I've found is when you share a comparable property with them, so you might drop a little, if they haven't answered, a little screenshot of a property very similar to theirs, and you might want to engage on the fact that, what do they think about the price of that house? I've got my thoughts. Give me a shout. Let's have a chat. Okay, that's the simple part. That's where you don't even get to speak to people. The next part is actually for clients that you actually have spoken to. This, for me, is all about what I've just described. What do they need to know about the market right now? What's going to be really important for them that's going to help them in their decision-making process? Because most clients that we're in a market right now, we've gone from literally a red hot seller's market into a buyer's market. And what does the news say? It talks about the averages across the country. It tells you that house prices are going down. The war. It gives you every bit of doom and gloom to think it's not worth even thinking about selling, buying, and getting to my needs. Why would I? Mortgage rates are sky high, but people don't know what they don't know. And you've probably got the information which is going to share with them the solutions that are going to get them to their outcome. Now, in that conversation, what are your moving goals? What were your goals when you met? What were the goals when we spoke? What were the goals you had in mind? And do you see how this market can help you to get those goals? Now, that's the key piece here. Is asking the right questions, because questions are the answers. You are looking to establish what it is they're looking to achieve and why they contacted you in the first place. So for me, these are 5 killer conversations that you can have. And out of those 5 killer conversations, I think people will want to see the detail. They will want to see the information, the data, the logic, the emotion. They want you to show them more. And that's where you get 3 appointments. Now those 3 appointments could be going back round to the house and just saying, look, I'm going to give you a full reappraisal, let you know where we're at, let you know what the market's doing. Because if you're looking to move in the next 3, 6, 9, 12 months, you're going to need to know this right now. So when should we meet up? And for me, this costs them nothing and it gives them everything. This is the major opportunity for you to give them so much that's going to help them to move forward. Whether it's straight away or not, it's going to be seen as value, felt as an experience, because that's the key, right? It's not what you say, it's how you make people feel when you work with them. And that for me is the absolute cherry on the cake. Now, out of going to those 3 appointments, you're going to list one list to the market. And that one list to the market is going to be the one that you sell. And that's another story which you can bring back into your calls, because from your perspective, you're able to use stories as well as facts. Don't forget, facts tell, stories sell. So there's my framework. Now just imagine it for a second that you're doing this every day. You're taking your scroll time, you've pinched an hour, you've put it into your clear space in your calendar, and you stick to it like I stuck to my running. Well, just so you know, when I started my running, within 6 months I'd done a half marathon. I'm going to say to you right now, what are you going to achieve when you get on with this? So don't just watch, go and take action. And guess what? I'm doing a course on this and I'm going to dive into the conversations, and you're going to take so much gold away from that. It's going to be incredible that you're going to really feel confident about those conversations as well. So there you go. It's my prospect with purpose, not profit. You're going to give value, not look to get what you can out of the client. You're going to make such a big difference to your community and the clients that you get to help and like and share with. Because don't forget, those guys are out there. They need you a lot more than they actually know right now. So, did you like the video? Like it then, right? That's the deal. I'm doing this for you, so you've got to do that for me, okay? Promise me. I'm looking at you. I can see it. Just click. There you go. Thank you. Subscribe. That's really important because you get access to the content straight away. So you've got to hit the notification bell. You've got to join my community. Keep an eye out for the links because you're going to see all of the resources, which is just going to give you even more value moving forward. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you again soon.